I'm not playing here, I'm just showing you the store and my thoughts. So, ultimately, this is where I sit at the moment, okay? We can put this on the record. So if you look at the jungle item here, you've got Doran's Hail Seed, which is your blue smite, okay? And you've got the Doran's Forge Heart, which is your red smite, alright? Smiting 5 times consumes this item upgrade into blue smite. So, yes. All we're really focused on in this case is deciding which one we want. So for Volibear, we want this one, obviously, right? And a rejuvenation bead, which looks a lot more like an actual bead that you would use for bead purposes. Okay? So now, alright, here we go. This text, what is this? TRA placeholder. TRA placeholder. Okay, excellent. Alright, excellent. Okay, this is great. So what I'm gonna do is auto refresh cooldown. Okay, I'm gonna smite this. I'm gonna smite it again. I'm gonna TP up to the blue here. Okay, I'm gonna throw this out. I'm gonna smite this. 4 smites. And it says you're smiting 5 times, so it's gone. Okay? So it's gone now. So it converted my smite after 5 smites into the blue smite. So that's done, but it doesn't take up a slot. That means I can directly go straight into my regular itemization. That's all that means. It just goes away. It gets absorbed. It's like the support thing, except it's gone. So the nice thing is now you can go straight into a different item. Like I can buy it again here, right? You can read the passive. I like that. Now I know people don't, yeah, blue pull or red pull. We're matrixing this bitch. Now the thing is, alright, the loss of machete is tragic. So Omnivamp is nice. But I still think we should go with this in the same way that we go with the same way we go with regular itemization now. So we should have a red and blue talisman, and then we should have a red and blue machete. Okay? I think that would solve a lot of problems. In terms of, because there's no reason to have it combined into one at all. I understand what they're going for, but talisman and machete choices are very important. If you're Echo wanting to do a buff Grom clear, machete's good, right? But if you want to do an inner camp clear like a Hecarim, a Nunu, and a Mumu, it's a lot of woo-woo-woos, you want the talisman. So I think having both would be nice, okay? Secondly, we lose Cinderhulk, we lose Runic Echoes, we lose Blood Razor, and you know, these are cheap items. These are easy, accessible items to get. And I feel the problem is, you say, okay, junglers, you need a jungle item, so you have to buy red or blue smite, and then you upgrade to whatever you want, right? That's great. But on this, on PvE, for season 11, what do we buy? Like, I'm a tank jungler, right? So normally I would just buy Cinderhulk. What do I buy now? Oh, I buy Sunborn Aegis. Okay, but that's 3,200 gold. 3,200 gold. Okay? What if I'm an assassin jungler, an AD jungler? I want to buy Duskblade. Okay, that's 3,200 gold. And you say, well, okay, don't buy a mythic first. Okay. 2.7, 2.8, 2.8, 2.8, 2.9. You would rarely rush this itemization. I think for assassins it's better, because you could justify this, right? You could justify this easily. You could say, right, I'm going to go Yumis first, but again, it's 3k. The expense of a first item for a jungler is really bad. The jungle item exists because we're on a budget. So I don't like this. Can you even rush mythics? You can rush mythics. And the thing is, like, as a mage, right? Zyra jungle, Elise jungle, what have you, Evelyn. It's good to rush Ludens, but it's 3,400 gold. This is insane, right? Thanks for subbing, Bean1679. Odin, thanks you very much for your sacrifice. We have the machete talisman combination. Bad. 2. The price of the jungle itemization for first item is extreme for the role. It's unrealistic, and it's going to take way too long to get a benefit of one item. I mean, even Rylai's is now 3,000 instead of 2,600, right? Which sucks. Which totally sucks. If you're a marksman jungler like a Kindred, you know, maybe you could justify one of these, but again, it's more expensive. Now, what people are not talking about that really bugs me is the following. Everyone's saying, well, this is great, right? We buy this. I buy this, okay? And now I can go farm my jungle camps, right? You farm your jungle camps, and you need 5 smites to upgrade this, okay? My biggest problem with this is that realistically, 5 smites take a long time. What could you do normally? You would go buff gromp, right? You gank a lane, you get a crab, you gank another lane, you get the second crab because you're a beast, you gank bottom lane, now you're super fed. And even then, what's the first thing you buy on your back? What's the first thing you buy on most junglers? A skirmishing saber or a stalker's blade? You buy the red or blue at 4 minutes. At 4 or 5 minutes, I'm buying a red or blue smite. With 5 smites, you might not even have it. So you lose the PvP aspect of that smite because you don't get to choose when to buy it. And I feel like that's a big problem. For Ornn, right? I go here, I take this, I take this, I take this, I take this, I bought machete already, I take this, I buy my skirmisher saber and I go into the river. Like, I have a skirmisher saber 3 freaking minutes with Ornn. You know? And I can use it. Now, you don't have a choice in it. And I feel like the delayed skirmisher saber and the delayed stalker's blade sucks more than people are talking about. I don't like it. And then, of course, your first itemization is so super delayed, and not every jungler has good itemization. Like Warwick, for example, is pretty shitty. They split the Tiamats, okay? Passive is on this one, active is on this one. But you could rush Triforce and Titanic, as you did, but that's changed drastically. The stats and everything has changed. I mean, what would you want out of this with Warwick? I mean, you could go Gore Drinker, right? So if you go Gore Drinker with Warwick, all of a sudden, you know, you can't build Triforce, because that's also a mythic. For me, from a jungler perspective, the role that's meant to be determined by early game, we don't really have that much control over our item that gives us a lead, or when or where we get red or blue smite. Does that make sense? Like, these things bug me a little bit. Because I love rushing that early boots, early upgrade to my smite, and now I can actually go PvP and do things. You know what I mean? You can still go... Skana got screwed by not being able to go Trinity and Cinder. You can still do that. What are you talking about? Wait. That's also true. So you can't. Or you could buy it and then sell it. No, but yeah, okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I actually thought it built into one thing that wasn't mythic, but I might have read that wrong somewhere. Okay, my mistake. Then yeah, no. Then no, that's one. You cannot do that. So... those are my concerns. And the last concern is, of course, kiting. Watch this. Wait, come on, peek me. Like, watch how fast blue buff is. Like, it's just as fast as red. Look at that. You know, it's just as fast as red. Oh, get this off. You know, like, I walk over here, look at it. Look at it. Like, it's gonna hurt you if you can't sustain. But you can still kite it. You know, but you're not doing... like, why would you be doing nothing? You know, you're not doing nothing. Okay, let's look at Gromp then. Come here, Gromp. Get slapped. So now Gromp heals. Okay. Let's see how fast Gromp is. I mean, I don't think this is much of an issue. You smite it. Alright, Wolves. Let's have a look at Wolves. I think it's fine, but like, for example, here. Oh, I'm in the custom game. Crap. You know, I go to Wolves as Zyra, and I like to pull the camp up and into the river, and I just can't do that now. I just can't do that. So the Giga kiting is gone, which I guess is the point, but it still kind of sucks, you know? Let's just do this for the sake of it. I thought it was in practice tool. So you hit this, right? You pull it out. You know, normally you could kite things pretty well here and keep it for a while, but because of the speed and the patience, it's much more difficult to sort of hold them. Let me see. I'm trying not to use anything, any items or whatever, but... I mean, my problem is this, right? Like, you kite out to here. You kite out to here, and it goes very slow. Like, if you're a ranged jungler, and you kite the wolves into the mid lane, right? The wolf can be, like, here, and you get the talisman burn. So, that's interesting for me. Okay, the one thing I am scared about, though, is this big raptor. Watch this. Wait, let me put this on, because I will die, because I want to stand still. I literally want to stand still and kite this. The raptors are quick. Good. Like this, the raptors are very quick. You know, look at that. So, I don't think it's gonna be that much of an issue. I just think you need to be more just sort of, you just need to be very deliberate with how you're kiting. Like, red buff is faster too, right? No, red buff is the same. Red buff is the same, I think. It's just blue buff is faster, so... Like, I mean, if you can't kite this out, I feel like you need to clear better, right? Okay, Krugs. Hey, they got a glow to them. Hey, fancy glow. Okay, Krugs, let's go. What do you think? I mean, this is kiteable. I have no movement speed passive, nothing. I mean... Right? This is not... It's not impossible. But I do think there is a reason, an argument that says why. The blue buff is much faster, you notice that. The big raptor is a bit of a scary hell demon. Grump is okay, but they changed Grump entirely to be more visceral. Wait, the scuttle crab. Yeah, scuttle crab, here you go. Look, scuttle crab has a shield now. So if you have no CC, right, you have to basically auto attack the shield off. See, look at this. Now I can do damage to it. So the shield replaces the innate resistances, okay? However, if you have CC, okay, like Volibear does, it takes it away immediately. You see? So that's a big difference. So what that's gonna do is Nidlee's, Lee Sin's, those champions are gonna have a tougher time burning that shield down, but it's more optimal feedback. Like, you know exactly what's happening, you know? What if they give jungle camps a slight increase in gold, given you have a jungle item smite upgrade? Yeah, but the problem is then oppressive jungles become too oppressive. You know? What if they instead just made a wider variety of... No, the jungle items are fine. I currently think the jungle items are fine. I mean, you could change Blood Rays a little bit, but such is the way it is. Yeah. Anyway, that's what bugged me with the few games I played, so...